Jake.
I'm Tom.
And we are VIMTV, Velocities in Music. Today, Ratatat LP4. Ratatat. I literally spent like a half an hour online looking for where this band got this name, because those of you who played Pokemon as a kid, I still play it. If you've ever played Pokemon, one of the original Pokemon was Ratatat, and it's really crappy, so I just want to know why the hell they would pick that. Hopefully there's another reason besides, oh, it's a Pokemon.
I don't know him. I don't even know why I'm here.
I don't know why any of you guys, spend your time watching me. Turn this shit off right now. Anyways, LP4. Obviously, this is their 4th LP. I mean, that's logical. It makes sense. Other than that, this is just a 2-piece guy set that they do kind of experimental electronica dance sort of songs, and that's not really a fair assessment of what this is, because really it's sample based. They use a lot of guitar sounds, but it's just an eclectic, jargon of jar of sounds. I don't know how else to describe it. And Tom, before I turn it over to you to let you just rant on a bit about it, I would say that to me this really came down to a 25% split, obviously four ways, between Flying Lotus and the sample bass eclecticism, Nightmares on Wax and the use of rhythm and congas and other drums and stuff, memory tapes for the applicable melodies, and then the books just for, again, using samples and vocal samples and kind of having an Eastern philosophy kind of vibe to it. That's what I think this sounds like, and I think it's fairly solid. What do you think?
I think that's a great comparison to those artists. I would focus on the Flying Lotus aspect.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe
30%.
We reviewed that album a while back, and
I think we underscored that.
I think so too, a little bit. I still think it's gotten a little too much hype.
Yeah.
But the big difference, I would say, is that first off, the production, the sounds, not quite as good on this album as you'll get on Cosmogram. The production on that album just
was amazing.
Blew my mind.
Yep.
But here, you're going to get the samples thrown in to make a much more digestible composition as songs rather than just kind of like these collages.
Yeah, and because of that, the songs are shorter, they're easier to listen to, and there's not this overindulgence that you see with like Nightmares on Wax. Really, I think is overindulgent. The songs are like 8 minutes long.
Yeah. These are nice and short, but they're still able to build. They build the beat. They don't throw it at you all at once. So once again, it kind of comes to the digestible aspect of it. It's very easy to take in. But at the same time, while I really like that aspect of it, and this is just a fun album to listen to, my biggest complaint is that you realize by the end of the album, the magic is kind of worn off. They're using a lot of the same tricks throughout the album, so you don't get as much variety in the sounds as you would with like Flying Lotus or even Nightmares on Wax, even if they are going to be a little overindulgent. This is just, I kind of feel like, I'm kind of like, this is good, but I feel like you're just kind of taking the same things and putting them into different rhythms. One classic example that I was able to draw out of this is the pitch bend. On synthesizers, you got that little pitch bend wheel. Well, I mean, obviously, they're probably using more high-tech stuff than a little Casio, with the built-in speakers. God, nice reference. But pretty much every song, you get some of that. You get something going, and it's kind of cool at first, but then you realize, okay, they're just kind of using that trick over and over again. And I think that they're doing a lot of things like that very repetitiously.
And I'd say if one thing really sets sets this apart, it's the guitar sounds, the incorporation of there's this predominant theme of guitar sounds throughout the album, used as samples and looped and while that's good, I don't think that it sets it apart from other acts in the style enough. It's almost too safe, I would almost want something more ambitious to really, kick this out of the park for me. I still think this is an overall, though, a good record.
Yeah, it's good, but at the same time, you are exactly right. This, rather than on the electronica music wagon, these guys are riding it. They're not really pulling it.
Right.
They're not really putting anything out there really new and fresh and exciting, which I would argue, Flying Lotus, Nightmares on Wax,
Absolutely.
Memory Tapes, the books even do.
Yep.
But this is a little easier to take in, I would say.
Right. Yeah, there's almost this element where those bands were able to offer some sort of theme with their music, even though that there wasn't a lot of electronics. I'm sorry, there wasn't a lot of, there wasn't lyrics on their album, which isn't true with Memory Tapes. But, you still got some sort of theme package there, where this just, it doesn't have that. Now, at the same time, they did do a good job, I felt, albumizing. The songs flow together well, and it's easy to listen to straight through.
There's a lot of cool,
I like
a lot, like three or four cool little in-between tracks that are maybe just a couple minutes long, and they're a little more minimalistic, but they keep things moving very well.
Now, track 2, one of my and Tom's track picks, I know it is, Drugs. It's,
great song.
It's probably one of the best electronica, sample loop-based songs I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Fantastic. My other track picks, Tom, were track 9, Sunblocks, and track 10, Bear Feast.
The track names on this album are pretty cool.
They're pretty awesome. Bob Gandhi, come on.
I'm going to go with the first 2 tracks. Track 1, Bailar.
Yeah.
It's not spelled as in, like, the Spanish to dance, because they're missing an A, but...
I don't know Spanish.
Yeah, well, I just noticed that. So the first 2 tracks, Bailar and Drugs, and then I'm also going to go track 6, Mandy.
Nice. I feel this strong. I'm going to go 76.
I'm gonna go 77.
It's
good.
It's a solid album. That just pretty much sums it up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Ratatat is at the head? You know what I've heard from people out there talking about Ratatat is that they have just the sweetest live show imaginable. Just so cool.
A lot of those electronica artists, they found ways to really just make it, rock the house.
So have you guys seen Ratatat live? If so, tell us. If we need to make it happen, if we need to go see this band live, I want a fan to tell me. Fan recommendation. But what do you guys think about LP4? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Why? Let us know. www.velocitiesmusic.com or YouTube at our YouTube channel. I'm Jake.
I'm Tom.
We are VIMTV, moving music critique forward.